Another book review, June 10th, 2024. These are heating pads. They are not a fashion statement. And this book review is on Raymond Chandler's Big Sleep, a classic in the mystery novels, right? Written who knows how long ago, but probably in the 30s or 40s or 50s or something like that. Back when hard-boiled detectives weren't, I don't know, shadows of themselves or plays on themselves or spoofs or anything like that. This was like in the era of hard-boiled detectives when they took themselves seriously. And I liked it. It was really cool. It felt like a classic, and it really worked. It was probably, I will say this is probably my favorite mystery novel I've read, because a lot of the mystery novels I've read have either been like modern, and modern stories don't really interest me, like almost present day or in the 2000s or something like that, or the 90s. This was in like, I don't know, like the 40s or 50s or something. And that's, the past is a different planet, a different world in a lot of senses. And this felt like it. It's a different time. Technology was different. Places were different. It was nostalgic, even though it was written in a contemporary time. It was nice to see. The writing was nostalgic too. I really liked it. It was very descriptive, almost too descriptive at times in their weird analogies, but I liked it. It was part of the charm of the genre, of the noir, detective, hard-boiled, rainy nights, rainy days kind of thing. Really cool. I would say the main character was confident, sure of himself, and smart, which is great as a detective. Didn't get much backstory on him and why he was like that, or how he made the connections he had, or how he had the spine to deal with some of these things. People had guns in his face. Hard men had guns in their face, on his face, and he didn't flinch. And he overcame easily. So there was only one point where there was any kind of hardship, and he got out of it pretty soon. So if you're looking for that, go for it. It's great detective story, probably my favorite mystery novel I've read. Like detective mystery, right? Not like a murder mystery. It is a murder mystery, but it's like a detective one, not like a and there were none kind of thing. Agatha Christie. This is a detective through and through, and is probably my favorite so far. I really like fantasy. Fantasy is probably my favorite of the genres, and I really wanted Dresden Files to scratch this itch, right? And even go above and beyond it with the mixing of fantasy and mystery and like detective work and all that. But it's really just a lesser version of fantasy and of a detective book in one package that goes for many books. So after reading 3 of the Dresden Files, I just have no stomach to continue, and I wanted to try out this book to get that kick, right? To get it going, and it really did. It really satisfied me. Short, sweet, didn't stay overly long, and had a really satisfying story. Pacing was great, and conclusion. The feel of it was great. I really enjoyed it for what it is. I'm not, running around the streets telling everyone about it. It's not making me, I'm not sitting on the train thinking about it overly long. But it's satisfying. It is what it is. And because of that, I'm just going to give it a solid like 8.4, 8.5, because it does everything it needs to do, but it's not in the 9s where it's going on my list of greatest books, right? But it's great. It's a really solid book. Yeah, that's as much as really I can say for it. I probably will read at least the second one to see if it keeps me going in the series, and if the main character keeps me interested, and the stories keep me interested. Yeah, maybe these are my middle of between big books. These are maybe the between books. Palate cleansers, I think, is how you would term it. We'll see how that goes. 8.5, I'd give The Big Sleep. Moving on to the next book.